Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐻𝐂𝐇. Today we'll be learning how to make this simple bubble top with a ruffle or scrunchies sleeve. So if this is what you are looking at to learn, please stay to the end of the tutorial. If you are joining us for the first time, thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime you have a new tutorial. For our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. If you like to have to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. If you want to make any requests, the community is now open, so you can just drop the picture and also write up for whatever request you have. So thank you for joining us today, and let's get started. Alright, so to draft the bubble top, we are going to be drafting from the shoulder to the waist first. So I have my line here. This is the shoulder line, the chest line, the bust, on the bust, and the waistline. So I will impute my shoulder measurement on the shoulder and also on the waist, on the chest line. The shoulder divided by 2. So for the shoulder slope, I'll connect it to the neck width of 3 inches. I'll step down with shoulder line by 1 inch. My bust span measurement is 6 divided by 2, we have 3.5. The bust measurement using the bust allocation is 8.5. I'll take it straight to the waist. Okay, so the waist measurement is 6 inches. Because it's laced at the back, so I've reduced the waist measurement. So it's 6 inches in order for me to be able to snatch the waist. So the difference we have here is what we'll be using as our dart. So for the underbust is 6.5. The difference we have here is what we'll be using for our underbust tightening. The dart will be stopping ½ inch before the bust point. Difference in the front and the back half length is 1.5. Okay, for the armhole, we divide it by 2, we step down by 1. Alright, so for the neck width now, I'm going to be measuring it from the shoulder, from this armhole here. So I will just go in by 1 inch. It has a ruffle on the sleeve, but there's also a small kind of a shoulder sleeve that is there. So I'll be measuring this like this. And the neck depth I'm working with will be 6.5 here. So I'll just make a square kind of a neck like this, and this will come here like this. So it's on this part here that we have the scrunchies. So it's on this part here that we put the ruffle sleeve on top. So now that we have this, we are going to be doing the over bust tightening around the ear. So on both sides here, I will just tighten it by 0.5 to avoid gaping. Alright, so now this is what the front part, the upper bodice is going to look like. So we can go ahead to cut it out. Alright, so this is the front bodice, the upper part. We'll proceed for the back bodice. Alright, so for the back part now, this is the outline. I will impute my shoulder measurement. Alright, the bust measurement, and also the waist measurement. So whatever difference we have here is what we'll be using as our darts. The bust span measurement is 6 inches. So we have the difference of 1.75 here. So for the armhole, divide it by 2, step down by 1, step in also by 1 for the back. Okay, for the neckline, we step in from the shoulder line by 1 inch for the front, so we also do the same thing for the back. But before we draw the depth of the back, we are going to be doing okay, so because it's laced at the back, so I'm going to be removing 2 inches for the lacing bar at the back. So I'll mark it down to this point here, 2 inches like this. So we'll determine the depth we want to use for our back neck. So I'll be using 7 inches as the depth of the back neck. So I'll just mark it here. So the 2 inches is going to extend to this point here. So this is where the highlights is going to be here. So for this dart now, I will just extend this line up here, and I'll measure 0.25 on both sides to tighten it here. So this dart, I'm not going to be cutting it out. I will just close it like this. So this neck here is going to come down like this. So you can go ahead to cut out. So this is what the back bodice is going to be looking like, and we have the front here for the upper parts like this. So we'll keep this one aside and go ahead to draft the down parts that is going to be the bubble. All right, so for the peplum now, for the bubble peplum, we'll be starting with the back. So I'll be using this pattern paper to illustrate. So I folded my pattern paper into 2. This is the side for the back. So I had a 0.5 for allowance for joining it to the front, and this is the zipper area, because it's not going to be having zip down to the hem of the top. It's because it's laced, so the lacing from the lacing down, we just finished this end. I also added 0.5 inch allowance to hit. So now that we have this now, to know how much we are going to be using for our radius, the waist I'm working with here is 23 inches. So you can add as much as like 15 inches to whatever waist you have, depending on how much you want to have on your how much gathers and how much fabric you are working with. So for me, I will add 15 inches. So whatever you get by that, I think it's 38 inches. So you divide this by 4. Whatever you get is what you'll be using as the radius. So let's assume that what I got here is 9.5. So I'm going to be marking the 9.5 round, but for the pattern paper, I'm not going to be using 1.5 to save pattern. So I'll just mark it straight like this. So once you mark it straight, you connect it. You can use your free hand or you can use your pattern rule. You connect the radius like this. So this is going to be in essence. Don't forget that we are going to be putting it on the waist. So now that we have this now, the length you are working with also is very important. So from here now, you mark down the length of the bubble peplum that you want to make. So if you want it to be very long, you can make it like 8 or 10 inches depending on how long you want it to be. So let's assume that we are using 8 inches. So I'll just mark it all round like this. Okay, so this is going to be the length of the fabric, right? This is going to be the length of the fabric that we'll be using for the bubble. So now we are going to be cutting. We use the this pattern paper also to cut the lining So from this waist down here, the radius here is going to be the same thing. From this waist down here, I'm going to be marking 4 inch up, whatever it is, or you just divide whatever you use here, you divide it by 2 inches. So I have it here like this. So this is going to be the length of the lining. To have the bubble effect, the lining and the main fabric are not going to be the same measurement. So this is going to be, so here is going to be for the fabric, and here is going to be the lining. So from here to here is going to be the length of the lining. So this is for the back bodice now. So I'll just cut it out. So I'll cut it out now. So when you want to use this one now, you use this one to cut the back bodice on the fabric. So now that we assume that we have cut it out like this, I'm going to be transferring what is here to this side also. All right, so we assume that we have cut out the back piece, both the fabric and the lining. So now that we have this now, we'll be using the same pattern for the front piece, since the radius is going to be the same. So the only difference here is we are going to be closing this allowance here, since we are not going to be having any allowance on our center front. So we'll be closing this allowance up here like this. Okay, so now that we have the allowance secured down like this, you notice that at the center front, it is lower than the other side. At the front here, it is lower than the other side. So to know how wide that one is going to be like, so from this you can just mark up like 4.5 to this point here, and also do the same thing, 4.5 to this parts here. So this is our normal length for the front. So now I'm going to be reducing this one by, for my measurements now, if I'm using 10 inches as the length, so I can decide to go up by 4 inches to reduce it. I can go up by 4 inches to reduce it. So let's say this is where my 4 inches is stopping at. So I will just connect this one here to this point, and also like this. Don't forget that this one I'm doing here is not the actual measurement. I'm using a smaller piece of pattern paper. So we just connect it up like this. Now the difference here, what we are using as the lining length, so you're going to mark it back 3 inches. So you blend it to this point here like this. So this is going to blend to this place. So when you want to cut the front now, this is going to be the shape of the front. If you are drafting it on your normal measurement, it's going to go up more than this. The difference is going to be more than this, but because I'm using a smaller pattern paper is why it's like this. So this front here, by the time you turn it with the lining and all of that, this front here will come back to this actual size here. So this is how it's going to be like. So I'm going to be explaining more when we do the drafting, the cutting and the sewing of this piece in our next class. So thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next class.